Hello everyone, this is Dr. Mandell. If you're experiencing tingling in your hands, numbness in your fingers, or weakness in your legs that makes standing difficult, this video may be extremely important for you. As we age, collagen levels drop. When collagen declines too fast, the connective tissues surrounding the nerves and muscles begin to weaken. This can lead to nerve compression, stiffness in joints, muscle weakness, inflammation, reduced circulation. Collagen, the quiet structural protein that holds your body together, begins disappearing long before most people ever feel it. And when it drops low enough, the signs are subtle at first. Tingling fingertips, cold hands, legs that feel weak when you climb stairs, muscles that don't recover like they used to. Most people brush it off as aging, circulation problems, or fatigue, but deep inside the body, something else is happening. Scientists have discovered that after the age of 25, the body produces about 1% less collagen every single year. That means by the time you reach 50, you have nearly half the collagen you once had. And collagen isn't just for skin. It forms the protective sheath around nerves, the connective tissues that support muscles, the scaffolding that prevents nerves from being compressed and damaged. When collagen breaks down faster than the body can rebuild it, the cables that carry electrical signals from the brain to the extremities begin to fray. Imagine the insulation peeling off a wire. Sparks weaken. Signals fail. Muscles no longer respond with full strength. Circulation suffers. Tingling and numbness spread like static across the body. Research published in the Journal of Clinical Neurology shows that nerve compression and neuropathy are strongly linked to degradation of collagen-based connective tissues, especially around the wrists, elbows, and lower spine. This means that tingling hands and weak legs are not just random symptoms, they're physiological warnings, early signposts of deeper connective tissue breakdown, and yet millions ignore them. The body tries to repair damage. It sends inflammatory molecules to the weakened areas in an attempt to protect nerves and joints. But inflammation doesn't rebuild collagen, it destroys it faster. A study in the journal Nutrients revealed that chronic low-grade inflammation accelerates collagen fragmentation, weakening tissues even more. This creates a silent downward spiral. Weakened collagen leads to nerve irritation, which triggers inflammation, which breaks down more collagen, which leads to more tingling and weakness. When the structure holding your nerves, joints, and muscles begins to collapse, every movement becomes a battle. And here's something most people never hear their doctors say. Many cases of tingling, numbness, weakness, and nerve discomfort are not purely neurological, they are structural. That means rebuilding the structure around the nerve may be the key to lasting relief. In one clinical trial, collagen peptide supplementation significantly improved joint pain, tendon repair, and muscle function within weeks. Researchers concluded that collagen stimulates the synthesis of extracellular matrix components, effectively helping rebuild the tissues that protect nerves. Think about that. When collagen levels rise, the body literally strengthens the insulation around the wires that send signals through your arms and legs. This structural reinforcement reduces friction, decreases compression, and improves blood flow. Circulation matters. Without proper oxygen and nutrient delivery, nerves suffocate. Weak muscles fatigue faster, and that faint tingling sensation becomes a persistent reminder that something inside is deteriorating. The reality is painful, but empowering. Aging isn't simply the passage of time, it's biochemical erosion. The good news is that collagen is one of the few structural proteins the body can still rebuild later in life if you give it the raw materials. In the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, researchers demonstrated that ingesting collagen-rich protein significantly increased collagen synthesis in connective tissue within hours. Not weeks, hours. The body reacts quickly when given the tools it needs. But the modern diet has stripped away those tools. Industrial processing removes skin, bones, tendons, all the natural sources of collagen human beings consumed for thousands of years. Instead, most people eat muscle-only meats and processed carbohydrates that spike blood sugar. And science shows that sugar molecules bind to collagen fibers and permanently damage them through a process called glycation. As collagen becomes stiffer and more brittle, connective tissue loses elasticity. That stiffness can compress nerves in the wrist, neck, and lower spine, leading to tingling hands and weak legs, symptoms many people attribute only to nerves, while ignoring the connective tissues collapsing around them. It's not just aging. It's collagen starvation. Every day without collagen-rich foods is another day of structural decline. But here's something else researchers uncovered. Collagen isn't only structural, it supports nerve insulation. The myelin sheath, which wraps around nerves and speeds conduction, contains protein stimulated by collagen intake. When collagen levels drop, conduction slows and signals weaken. That instant hesitation when lifting a grocery bag, that strange buzzing sensation in your fingers, that trembling exhaustion in the thighs after a flight of stairs. These are electrical failures that begin at the structural level. Beneath the skin, beneath the muscle, connective tissue becomes thin like worn fabric. Collagen holds water. It stabilizes joints. It reduces friction between moving parts. When collagen fibers lose integrity, nerves rub against tendons, muscles pull unevenly, circulation becomes restricted. In the spine, vertebral discs are made of collagen. When they weaken, nerves get pinched, radiating numbness down the legs. In the wrists, collagen-rich ligaments form the carpal tunnel that protects the median nerve. When collagen weakens, that tunnel collapses inward, compressing the nerve and causing tingling fingers. Suddenly, small daily pains begin to make sense. They're not random annoyances, they're structural distress signals. The truth is shocking. Nearly everything we interpret as nerve pain, weakness, or tingling begins with collagen breakdown. So the key question is not, how do I stop tingling, but how do I rebuild the structure that protects my nerves? Scientists have now shown that collagen peptides send signals to fibroblasts, the cells that produce collagen, to increase production and repair damaged tissues. Collagen isn't just fuel, it's a messenger, a biological trigger for repair. That means restoring collagen isn't cosmetic, it's neurological, muscular, and structural. Your hands don't tingle because they're tired. Your legs don't weaken because you're aging. They're warning you that connective tissue support is failing and nerves are losing protection. But the body is resilient. It can rebuild. It wants to rebuild. The question is whether you'll give it what it needs before the damage becomes irreversible. Tingling, weakness, fatigue. These are early whispers from deep inside your tissues. And collagen may be the silent key that restores strength, restores sensation, restores the structural foundation that aging quietly tries to steal away. 4 simple snacks. Most people underestimate their power, but scientists are now uncovering how specific collagen-rich foods can reinforce the fragile tissues protecting your nerves and muscles, and when you combine them consistently, the effects can be profound. This isn't hype, this is biochemistry. Imagine your nerves like delicate electrical wires. They need protection, they need insulation, they need circulation. And without collagen, those protective layers weaken. Signals slow, muscles fatigue, tingling begins. That's why researchers at Penn State found that dietary collagen peptides can stimulate extracellular matrix repair in tendons and connective tissue. Meaning the right foods don't just feed you, they instruct your cells to rebuild. Now picture this. You're not swallowing snacks, you're feeding repair. The first snack, bone broth, seems so humble that most people overlook it entirely. But when bones simmer slowly, collagen breaks down into peptides and amino acids, glycine, proline, hydroxyproline, raw materials your connective tissues desperately need. Clinical studies show collagen peptides can improve joint function and decrease discomfort with daily supplementation. But here's the part most people miss. Connective tissues surrounding nerves also rely heavily on type I collagen. When those fibers weaken, nerves become compressed. Tingling hands aren't always a nerve disease, they can be a structural cry for collagen. Sipping warm bone broth isn't just comfort, it's molecular repair delivered directly to the tissues protecting your nerves. And when taken between meals, bone broth helps stabilize blood sugar, preventing glycation that damages collagen fibers. Something as simple as sipping broth can become a quiet defense against nerve irritation. The second snack sounds almost too simple. Greek yogurt mixed with gelatin powder. But science reveals something remarkable. Gelatin is mostly denatured collagen. When combined with protein and vitamin C from berries, collagen synthesis increases significantly. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that consuming gelatin before exercise increased collagen production in connective tissues, helping restore weakened fibers. Think of tendons, ligaments, fascia, the webbing that stabilizes the wrists, ankles, knees. When those tissues fray, nerves rub against muscle and bone. Tiny friction sparks numbness and tingling. A single teaspoon of gelatin mixed into yogurt may start rebuilding that foundation. When eaten in the afternoon, when cortisol rises, inflammation increases, and muscles fatigue, you give the body the tools it needs at the exact moment it needs them most. Every spoonful becomes a structural investment, quietly rebuilding the tissues that hold your body together. The third snack, sardines with crackers. Most people don't realize the connective tissues of small fish contain intact marine collagen. And unlike land animal collagen, marine collagen is absorbed rapidly due to its smaller peptide size. Scientists have shown that omega-3 fatty acids improve nerve conduction speed and reduce inflammatory neurodegeneration. That means sardines do two things at once. The collagen supports structural repair, while omega-3 fat improves nerve signaling, and that combination is rare. Have you ever noticed your hands or feet making strange, numb sensations after a cold day or after sitting too long? That isn't random. Reduced circulation and nerve compression decrease signal strength. Omega-3 fats help maintain fluidity of nerve membranes, while collagen restores the surrounding support structures. One can of sardines becomes more than protein. It becomes a signal stabilizer, a nerve protector, a support system for circulation and mobility. And when you squeeze lemon on top, the vitamin C acts as a cofactor for collagen synthesis, further reinforcing connective fibers that weaken with age. The fourth snack carries the strongest science: collagen peptide protein bites. Researchers have shown that collagen peptides are hydrolyzed for rapid absorption. Within minutes, collagen fragments enter circulation and stimulate fibroblasts responsible for rebuilding collagen in connective tissue. In one randomized controlled trial, collagen supplementation increased muscle mass and strength when combined with resistance exercise compared to placebo. That means collagen doesn't only rebuild tendons, it improves muscle architecture and performance. For people with weak legs, trembling thighs, or difficulty climbing stairs, this matters. Muscles require strong tendons to generate force. When tendons weaken from collagen loss, muscles must compensate, fatiguing faster. Collagen protein bites help rebuild this link, restoring the mechanical chain that lets the nerves signal, the muscles respond, and the structure support movement. Making these bites at home, almond butter for healthy fats, chia seeds for omega-3 precursors, collagen peptides for structural repair, creates a snack engineered for recovery. Every bite becomes a building block for connective tissue restoration. And here's where these four snacks become powerful. Consistency transforms them from food into therapy. Collagen synthesis isn't instant. Nerve relief isn't immediate, but research shows measurable improvements after just 4-8 weeks of daily intake. Each snack works synergistically. Bone broth hydrates and fuels joint fluid. Yogurt with gelatin rebuilds tendons and fascia. Sardines support nerve membranes. Collagen bites reinforce connective fibers and muscle support. Day after day, these fibers begin strengthening, rehydrating, thickening. The cushion around your nerves grows more resilient. Circulation improves as inflammation decreases. And gradually, tingling fades to a whisper instead of a scream. Imagine feeling warmth return to your fingertips, strength return to your legs, stability returning to each step. These snacks are not medicine. They're biological instruction manuals. Every sip, every spoonful, every bite says one thing to your tissues: rebuild. And the body listens. Scientists used to believe nerve discomfort was irreversible, but research into collagen synthesis and connective tissue remodeling is rewriting that story. You're not at the mercy of aging. You're not destined for numbness, weakness, instability. You can nourish the system silently supporting your nerves. You can feed the fibers holding your body together. 4 snacks, 4 daily opportunities to rebuild what life, stress, inflammation, and aging slowly tear apart. And every single bite is a choice, either fuel decline or fuel restoration. When you choose collagen-rich foods, you choose resilience, mobility, and sensation. You choose to strengthen the foundation underneath your nerves instead of waiting for symptoms to worsen. Because once tingling begins, the clock is already ticking. The body is warning you that connective tissues are thinning, but change can begin today, with the next snack, the next sip, the next decision to rebuild instead of weaken. Collagen doesn't ask for perfection, it asks for consistency. The body is ready to heal. The question is, are you ready to feed it what it needs? Consistency. It sounds simple, but when it comes to rebuilding collagen, restoring nerve insulation, and strengthening weak muscles, consistency determines whether the body heals or continues to break down. Collagen repair isn't a quick fix. It's biological construction, brick by brick, fiber by fiber. And the foods you choose every single day either support this rebuilding or accelerate its collapse. Scientists estimate that collagen fibers take weeks to remodel. Researchers in the journal Nutrients found that daily collagen supplementation produced measurable increases in connective tissue density after just 4 to 8 weeks, but only when intake was consistent. Miss a few days, and synthesis slows again. The body can't store collagen like fat. When the supply stops, rebuilding stops. That means every spoonful, every sip, every snack matters. And here's the shocking truth. Most people unknowingly destroy collagen faster than they rebuild it. High-sugar diets create advanced glycation end products, sticky molecules that latch onto collagen fibers, stiffen them, and make them brittle. Once collagen becomes glycated, it can't be repaired. It must be replaced. And if collagen intake remains low, the body cannot produce enough to keep up with the damage. That's when joints feel unstable. Muscles become weak. Tingling begins because connective tissue weakens around nerves, reducing insulation and blood flow. Consistency isn't just about adding collagen, it's about removing what destroys it. Studies show smoking, chronic stress, and excess cortisol degrade collagen networks. Sleep deprivation decreases collagen synthesis significantly. Hydration plays a critical role. Collagen needs water to maintain elasticity. Without it, connective tissue dries, stiffens, and cracks. Imagine a rubber band left in the sun. It becomes brittle. One stretch, and it snaps. Many people don't connect dehydration with nerve irritation, but dry connective tissue compresses nerves and increases friction with movement. Choosing collagen-rich snacks daily provides raw materials. Staying hydrated protects existing collagen. Limiting sugar prevents fiber destruction. Stretching improves circulation and transports collagen peptides to tissues in need. Combining these habits creates a biochemical environment for repair, and consistency glues it all together. But why does it matter so much? Because nerves require reliable pathways. Weak collagen means unstable joints. Unstable joints trigger inflammation. Inflammation constricts blood flow. Reduced blood flow decreases oxygen supply to nerves. Hypoxic nerves misfire. That misfire feels like tingling, buzzing, or numbness. When inflammation persists, nerves begin to degenerate. In the spine, weakened collagen around discs compresses nerves feeding the legs, leading to weakness, trembling, or instability walking. In the wrists, weakened collagen in ligaments collapses the carpal tunnel, compressing the median nerve and causing hand tingling. This structural collapse doesn't happen overnight. It builds silently through years of microdamage and collagen loss. And consistency in diet and lifestyle is the only force powerful enough to counteract it. The body constantly breaks down collagen and rebuilds it. When breakdown exceeds synthesis, tissues weaken and symptoms appear. But when synthesis exceeds breakdown, the system repairs itself. Researchers have shown that even elderly individuals can increase collagen production when given consistent intake of collagen peptides and vitamin C. Age is not the barrier. Inconsistency is. The great misunderstanding is believing relief comes from a pill, a stretch, or a single food. Repair is cumulative, habit-driven, gradual but powerful. Most people quit before the benefits appear. They sip bone broth one day, forget the next. They sprinkle gelatin into yogurt once, then stop. They buy collagen powder but never use it daily. And because collagen declines quietly, symptoms return quietly. Weak legs, achy joints, tingling hands, and people assume aging is accelerating, when in reality, consistency simply slipped away. Science shows circulation improves with regular stretching and hydration. Vitamin D supports nerve function and muscle strength. Omega-3 fats preserve nerve membranes and reduce inflammatory damage. All these factors synergize with collagen intake. Imagine connective fibers slowly tightening, strengthening, reorganizing, fascia gliding smoothly again, tendons gripping muscles firmly, nerves floating freely instead of being pinched, muscles responding to signals with power instead of hesitation. This is what rebuilding looks like from the inside, but only if habits are sustained. It's not the snacks alone, it's the rhythm of nourishment repeated daily. The body loves routine. Cells respond predictably to repeated stimuli. Feed them collagen repeatedly, and fibroblasts increase production repeatedly. Hydrate repeatedly, and tissues remain elastic and resilient. Stretch repeatedly, and circulation brings nutrients where they're needed. Sleep deeply and consistently, and growth hormone triggers connective tissue repair. Every good habit compounds, and every bad habit compounds deterioration. If you consume excess sugar, skip rest, ignore hydration, and remain sedentary, collagen loss accelerates beyond repair. But the moment you commit to consistency, truly commit, the body responds astonishingly fast. Within a few weeks, people report joints cracking less, legs feeling stronger, hands tingling less frequently. These aren't coincidences, they're structural responses driven by biochemical restoration. Researchers studying neuropathic symptoms confirm that consistent nutritional support improves nerve function and connective tissue resilience. In short, the body is listening. It pays attention to what you do daily, not occasionally. What you eat every day becomes your connective tissue. What you hydrate every day becomes your blood flow. What you practice every day becomes your strength. Tingling hands and weak legs aren't random. They're feedback loops. Messages from tissues begging for consistency. Repetition of the right habit sends a signal strong enough to reverse decline. There is no shortcut, but there is a path, a steady one, a hopeful one, a path built with daily action. And if you stay consistent, one sip, one bite, one stretch at a time, the body will rebuild. It wants to rebuild. It is designed to repair. The question is not whether collagen can restore strength. The question is whether you will persist long enough for the transformation to happen. Consistency is the quiet power most people overlook. The invisible force that determines whether degeneration continues or regeneration begins. And the next decision you make today, right now, can place you on the side of rebuilding. I hope this video helps you strengthen your nerves, improve circulation, and boost collagen naturally. If you learned something valuable, please share this with family or friends suffering from numbness or weak legs. This is Dr. Mandell. Many blessings. Stay healthy.